We are back for another season of reviews. Starting things off today is Fiddler on the Roof at E.J. Thomas Hall in Akron. This is a show that I'm familiar with. It is a classic, Broadway musical. I believe I've seen one production of it before. The most recent, strike that. The revival, before this last revival of it on Broadway in New York City, I don't actually remember much of it at all, so I'm excited to kind of look at this piece again with a fresh perspective and almost new eyes. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Thank you so much.
Got it, Mom, got the room. And you are. It's right there.
Just got back from seeing Fiddler on the Roof at E.J. Thomas Hall. So my thoughts. One of the things that I loved about this production is that they kept the original choreography, the Jerome Robbins choreography. A lot of times when people revive a classic musical, there are certain changes that are done to, I guess, for lack of a better word, modernize it and bring it up to date, I suppose. But I think one of the reasons why these musicals have held up so well, and one of the reasons why they're considered classics, is because of the source material and because of this, what the playwright wrote and the music and the lyrics and all that stuff. So I'm glad that they kind of left it alone and really paid homage to the original creators of this show, because that's not always done when certain pieces are revived. I realize that for this show I might be in the minority because it is a classic Broadway musical, and classic meaning just about, even if you don't know musicals, a lot of people, even if you say you don't know musicals, a lot of people are familiar with this show. So I realize what I'm about to say is sacrilegious, but with this, with doing these little reviews, I always want to be honest, and it was well performed. The costumes, the scenery, the sets, and the actors especially, everything was perfectly well cast. I just think the piece as itself is long. It runs about 3 hours, and for me it is somewhat confusing trying to keep, because there's the major plot and then there's other subplots, trying to keep them straight in my head, what is a little bit challenging. But like I said, it was expertly performed. It's about tradition, as the opening number to the show states. It's about the changing of a way of life. And I felt that the piece could relate to today in a sense that the changes that we're currently undertaking, the political changes, the gender roles are being redefined, and the definition of marriage is being redefined. And I think for the better, but there are some people out there who do not think the same way that I do, and they want to hang on to the way that things used to be for no other reason that that's the way they used to be, and that they're afraid of change. So, one of the reasons that I really like this piece is because I think it speaks to what's going on in the world today. I think it holds up very, very, very well. Yeah. All right, so stay tuned. That's my review for Fiddler on the Roof. Stay tuned for later in this week. Later in this week, I will be at Playhouse Square seeing my first show there, and I don't have my calendar with me, or it's nearby, or I'd look and tell you what it is. But anyway, I will be posting another video very, very soon. Thanks for watching.